Of all the worlds that you could possibly imagine, the one I'm about to reveal to you is by far the strangest. It is a big round hole inhabited by the creatures known as Asposians, and brought to life through the breath of its 4 wind fountains. These fountains have always been guarded by the wind monks. They were one with the wind, and sometimes one with their gambling problem. Like in every culture, this one too had its own legends about the origins of the wind. The stories of gigantic wind gods that breathed life into Asposia seem to satisfy most of its people. Even still, the Asposians were quite surprised when these creatures suddenly emerged from the wind fountains and began turning people into stone. Conroy overtook the rule of the land. For 15 years, he protected the Asposians from the wrath of the wind gods. He preached austerity and obedience to appease the gods. Those were dark times. But now you should know, that was utter nonsense. Conroy built the creatures himself in order to control the people of Asposia through fear and terror. Then one day, 3 years ago, he was defeated by a young hero. So what is the real story behind the origin of the wind? The Holy Dynasty of the Flute Noses has brought the wind to Asposia since the beginning of time. They live hidden deep in the forest and play their wind song in secret.
Just look at him. Look into his devious eyes. Do you see what I see, brothers and sisters? I see a traitor, a murderer, a crime against nature. It was he and his kind, them with their noses, that summoned the Basilians here, whose evil gaze they used to turn innocent Asposians to stone. They murdered our Abbot Conroy in the most cowardly fashion. For years he'd been protecting us from the Basilians. Like a father putting his arms around us, he appeased the Basilians that they have summoned to attack us.
My name is Seraphius Cedar Cantata, flautist of the 2nd rank. It has been my noble task to perform the wind song, and with it keep Asposia alive. The fountains flow because of our dynasty. We are but a tool of the wind.
What did that flute nose say? Louder!
Listen, please. You will all suffocate if we cannot play our song.
Are you all complete idiots? Conroy was evil.
Conroy was our savior. He has given his life for us in the fight against these heathens. But we will get him back, my dear brothers and sisters. And the first thing that our Abbot Conroy will see when he is finally free of his stone form is all the flute noses being thrown into the wind fountains, every last one of them!
You're all going to kill yourselves. Don't you get it? Conroy built the Basilians himself.
Our king will come, and he will bring peace. So says the prophecy.
Did you all see that? He wanted to summon another Basilian! As I live and breathe, brothers and sisters, as Conroy's humble deputy, we will hunt down every last flute nose, and we will put an end to them all. And let this king come. He will be the first to greet the fountain.
And there he is, the king of Asposia, Robert, a statue, helpless and alone. Well, he's not quite alone. His loyal pigeon is here to free him from this unfortunate situation.
Quizá palo. Hola, hola, ¿quieres saber cómo funcionan los controles del juego? Sí. Mira con los rompecabezas. El inventario, cancela, confirmar, instalaciones activas. Bueno, a ver. Ah, sí le tragó. Ah, que la canción. ¿Dónde se fue? Creo que no va por ahí. No se puede. Nada. Ah, que hay otro, ¿no? Ojo despetrificado. Me suben las hormigas, ¿no? Ah, perfecto. No. Ah, ok. Falta un ojo. A ver.
And? Did you sleep well?
What? Where am I? Who am I? I can only remember running into the woods. Then I tripped over a basilion. And then I saw a bright flash. Oh no. I must have turned myself into stone.
Who you are? You're Robert. Don't you remember?
Remember what?
That you're a flute nose, the son of a king, the heir to the throne. Sound familiar, child? Conroy kidnapped you 18 years ago when you were just a baby and turned all the flute noses into stone. You grew up with him, not knowing that your father was the king.
Conroy. I thought... Oh, all right.
What am I supposed to do with you, Robert? I take you in and raise you like a son, and this is the thanks I get? You're going to sit down and repaint that until it looks decent. And what's with all those flowers? What are you, a girl? Robert, my boy, listen. Perhaps I don't tell you often enough. But it's no wonder that your parents abandoned you. No one wanted you. And if I hadn't found you and taken you off the streets when you were a baby, you would be dead right now. But now you're here, for better or worse. Now come, play me my song.
Yeah, those were 15 long years.
Yes, but you defeated him. Chin up, boy. Now the only question is why you're still standing around in this forest instead of finally ascending the throne.
I just felt that maybe I'm not worthy of being king.
I would go so far as to say you're not even worthy enough to be a shoe shiner.
What was that? No! Be quiet!
What? Who are you talking to, child?
To... no one. Definitely not Conroy's imaginary voice in my head.
Now, stop daydreaming and pay attention. The flute noses are in danger. And you know that without you all, there will be no wind left either. No air to breathe.
Oh, no!
Exactly. Right, boy. But there's still hope. There is an ancient prophecy. The legend of harmony. All flute noses and all Asposians will once again live in peace and harmony with each other. And with the wind. But he who shall bring about this harmony is in hiding. You must find him. Take up the search for the last wind monk. Only then can Asposia be saved. Saved, 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 saved.
Wait, where am I supposed to look?
All right. The last wind monk can be found on the other side of Asposia. Take the cable car from Wollington. That should get you there. The number 8 car, I believe, with one layover. But you should ask to be sure.
Got it. Thanks.
You're completely alone, my boy.
Stop it. You're a statue now. Leave me be.
Never. I'm a part of you now.
Concentrate, Robert. You have to save Asposia.
You'll never succeed, and you know it.
Ah, ok.
I'm sure this is here for a reason. Hey, Peck, you want to go into the inventory? It's good to know that I'm not on my own here. That's interesting.
¿Cómo se cambió? Mm, ok. Ok, entonces...
That's way too heavy for you. I don't know what to do with that. I could do that, or not.
mm,
What do you want me to do? That won't work. That won't work.
ah,
No, stop. That's there for a reason. It's pretty heavy.
a ver, va a servir para algo.
Maybe later. Then again, no, never.
Mm,
Two. Why should I give this to them? I don't know what to do with that. Why should I do that? If only my arms were 3 times as long. I'm sure this is here for... Maybe later. Then again... Maybe later. It's too wobbly. I have to secure the fern to the ledge somehow. It's pretty heavy. What do you want me to do? There's a town down there. I'm sure it's just full of friendly, helpful Asposians.
Algo falta.
I can see my reflection. Hello, Robert. That's interesting.
Oh,
I don't know what to do with that. It reminds me of a hammer and chisel. It reminds me of a hammer and chisel. It reminds me of a... I don't know what to do with that. It reminds me of a
algo falta.
It reminds me of a hammer and chisel. What do you want me to do? It reminds me of a hammer and chisel. It's too unsteady. The tusk is just sitting loosely in the crack. It's too Maybe I can hammer the tusk deeper into the ground with this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's cheeky.
Fluttering Phosphos! What an entrance!
Where am I?
I can't believe it. The heir to the throne is standing before me. I just knew you'd return, Your Grace.
Yeah, about the whole throne thing.
It's you! Ocarino Botonia Septimum.
Yes, about that.
Aquatritus Pianoforte Rotundo.
Robert is fine.
Stacateo, flutist of the nose, guardian of the north, heir to the throne, and first conductor of the brasses to the four winds.
That's enough!
The third. Oh, wow. It's really you.
I think Robert suits you more.
You can just call me Robert.
Sure thing, Your Grace. I'm Libretta. But you need to be careful. Anyone with a flute nose is no longer safe. Here, put on a nose cover.
Thanks. I will be careful.
I can't believe that you're actually standing in front of me, Your Grace. I knew you way back when you were still a baby.
Quite an ugly baby, as I recall.
What's happened these past few years?
I made sketches of everything. Someone has to keep a record of what's really happening in case one day we, well, aren't around anymore. You had just saved us all. And I thought, now, everything's going to be all right. But then you were suddenly gone. And then he showed up. Everyone thought we were evil and that we had summoned the Basilians to attack them. And that Conroy had perished in one last heroic battle against us.
But Conroy is the one who built the Basilians.
Try telling that to an angry mob. We're officially Conroy's murderers and the evil Basilian summoners. Pretty impressive, huh?
What?
Yep. They think Conroy was protecting them from us the whole time. Some of us were able to get away, but the rest were dragged away kicking. Since then, it's been so quiet. And everywhere you look, you see these horrible red banners. Nowhere is safe for us anymore. I'm not safe here anymore. You're not safe here anymore.
So there's still some flute noses out there? Are they in hiding?
I hope so. I haven't heard from the others in years. You haven't happened to see my little sister, have you? I'm all she has left.
No, I'm so sorry. But don't worry, Libretta. There's a prophecy.
The legend of harmony?
Yes, exactly. I just have to find the last wind monk. Then everything will be all right again. I have to get to the other side of Asposia.
Well, we have a cable car here that can take you, but it's been broken for a long time.
Ah, there's nothing that can't be repaired with a little luck and ingenuity and random objects. And then we can get out of here.
I knew you'd come to help us.
Okay.
A miniature wind fountain, complete with the 3 wind monks, Pander, Malleus, and Conroy. I'm not carrying that around with me. A whole heap of tumble mice. It's scientifically referred to as a cuddle pile or a fluff bundle.
Hey, get your mitts out of there.
It doesn't seem to show any interest in that. You can't get it to work by pecking at it. Do you want to fly down there? We shouldn't draw attention to ourselves. Peck, stop. What has Laura been teaching you? All right then. Thanks.
Tengo dos.
The removal of signs and posters is forbidden in Asposia. We shouldn't draw attention to ourselves. Can you get it open? I'll take that as a no.
That's enough. Take a time out. Hey, now you just sit there and don't move. Shush! Shush! Don't you dare to try peck me, buddy. Don't you dare to try peck me, buddy.
The entrance to the shearing factory. He's waiting for another cart. The boom fits perfectly into the holder. You can raise it.
Shush! Shush! Hey, now you just sit there and don't move. Hey, now you just sit there and don't move.
Gladly, Father. Finally, my lunch break.
Shush! Shush! That's enough. Take a time out. That's enough. Take a time out.
This cheese is as hard as rock. Inedible. This never would have happened under Conroy.
There's nothing more to see. Are you hungry? What are you reading there? I Wool. True news for the underdogs. Hello?
Who's there? I ain't never seen you around here before. You ain't one of them pipe blowers, is ya?
No, I'm just Robert.
That's even worse.
What do you want, kid?
You don't happen to know anything about the last Wind Monk by chance?
Yeah, I know everything about Conroy. Read his official autobiography after he died.
I didn't mean him, actually. And as far as I know, Conroy only had a personal diary.
Yep, exactly. Emil took care that it was made available to the people.
Is there anything in there about building mechanical wind gods to serve his own evil purposes?
No. But there's lots of truth about them pipe blowers.
Pipe blowers?
You know, kid. The gang with them freaky instrument noses. I admit, that phrase ain't no compliment. But I'm be damned if it don't fit.
There sure are a lot of anti-flute nose posters around here.
Yep. They're from the Brotherhood of the Conroyalists, the final resistance against the flute noses. Course I'm a member. And I got the badge to prove it.
Oh, what a pretty brooch.
Brooch? Men don't wear brooches. This here's a badge, a symbol.
A symbol for what?
For the alliance of the Conroyalists under Emil.
Oh, please, no. Since when does Conroy have fans? Everyone used to hate him. It didn't matter what he said or did, no one ever listened to him.
That's exactly right. He was one of the most misunderstood politicians of our time.
What the hell happened these past 3 years? Hey, do you know anything about the old cable car?
What's there to know? The old thing's been broke since the accident.
There was an accident?
Yep. That nut job who used to drive the thing is still up on the roof of the shearing factory. You want my opinion? That guy's got a couple of screws loose. They should lock him up.
Goodbye.
Hey-ho! Hey-ho!
What's that supposed to mean?
fresh face. Well, how nice. Welcome to Emil's Brothers Wacky Stuff Store. As a welcome gift, I'd like to offer you a genuine Wellington mystery bag filled with some of our finest local specialties. Yeah.
Thanks. Can I have this tumble mouse?
Tumble mouse? You mean my sponge? Oh, get that out of here. It's making my allergies act up.
Uy, ya tengo 3.
The egg is being held up by some round metal piece.
It's called a four-cornered circlet dialer. It's from the old cable car. I found it.
What's under this sheet?
Hands off. Only true cable car enthusiasts are allowed to see my cable car model. If you want that, you'll have to win it in a game of darts. You have to hit it with a dart. Nothing else counts. You sure? They're highly sought after specialties.
We shouldn't draw attention to ourselves.
Ah, so you want to try your luck at darts? Well, just step up to the white line. Ha! That was terrible.
How are you supposed to play with these weird-looking darts?
These are professional championship league darts. They don't just fly to the targets by themselves.
That sure would be nice. A dart that could just fly into the target.
Ah, so you want to try your luck at darts? Well, just step up to the white line.
Ah,
Not even close.
These darts are way too heavy and awkward.
Too bad for you, these things don't have wings to fly themselves, or a consciousness to be able to fly to the middle of the target.
oh,
What are you gonna do with the darts, huh? They're as big as you are. I'm afraid it won't hatch. I don't think so. Back away. Hands off. Only true cable car enthusiasts are allowed to see my cable car model.
How are you supposed to play with these weird-looking darts? one disadvantage to being fluffy is that you can't store chewing gum behind your ears. I don't want the gum making my entire inventory all sticky. I don't want the gum. I don't want the gum. It's fine that way. I would never do such a thing. Well, I could do that, but no. It doesn't seem to show any interest in that. That's not going to improve its aerodynamics. That's not going to... That's not going... That's not going to improve its aerodynamics. That's not going...
Ah, naughty.
These...
Too bad for you. The egg is not for sale.
Can I trade you for this?
That egg is not up for trade.
Can I trade you?
That egg...
Can I trade you for this?
That egg is not up for trade.
Can I trade you for this?
That egg is not up for trade.
¿Qué hacer con esto?
That's not going... Can I trade you?
That egg... Please don't touch the wind gauge model. It's an original. Please don't touch... Sorry, but my mother warned me not to...
¿Qué hacer aquí?
I don't think so. You have to hit it with a dart. Nothing else counts. Yeah, if you want that.
Hey, look. Isn't that neat? That's not going to improve its aerodynamics. That's not... That's not going to... Can I trade you for this?
That.
It's not like I can fly. Can I...
That ain't.
My teeth are clean enough. Chewing gum that tastes like tumble mice. I think I'll only put that in my mouth if it's absolutely necessary. Fluffy, fuzzy... Careful, I've already caused an avalanche that way. Ow! Hey, Peck, you want to go into the inventory?
A ver.
Can I trade you for this?
No way! You'll.
Hey, look! Isn't that neat?
Bueno, creo que hasta aquí lo dejamos. Bye.